Devotions 101, Obadiah. The book of Obadiah is a prophetic book in the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament, that is named after its author, Obadiah. Obadiah is one of the shortest books in the Bible, consisting of only 21 verses, and is the smallest book in the Old Testament. The book of Obadiah contains a message of judgment against the nation of Edom, who were descended from Esau, the brother of Jacob. Edom was a neighboring nation to Judah, and had a long history of conflict with the Israelites. The book begins with a declaration of God's judgment against Edom, and continues with a series of prophecies about Edom's destruction and downfall. The reason for Edom's judgment is their pride and arrogance, as well as their violence and betrayal towards their brothers, the Israelites. Here are some key verses from the book of Obadiah. Thus says the Lord God concerning Edom, we have heard a report from the Lord, and a messenger has been sent among the nations. Rise up. Let us rise against it for battle. Obadiah 1:1. This verse introduces the message of the book, which is God's judgment against Edom. The Lord has heard a report about Edom's sin, and has sent a messenger to declare judgment against them. The pride of your heart has deceived you, you who live in the clefts of the rock, whose dwelling is high, who say in your heart, who will bring me down to the ground. Obadiah 1:3. This verse highlights the reason for Edom's judgment, which is their pride and arrogance. Edom thought they were invincible because of their mountainous terrain, but God will bring them down. But you should not have gloated over the day of your brother in the day of his misfortune, you should not have rejoiced over the people of Judah in the day of their ruin, you should not have boasted in the day of distress. Obadiah 1:12. This verse accuses Edom of rejoicing over the downfall of their brothers, the Israelites. Edom did not show compassion or brotherly love, and this is another reason for their judgment. For the day of the Lord is near against all the nations. As you have done, it shall be done to you, your deeds shall return on your own head. Obadiah 1:15. This verse emphasizes the universal nature of God's judgment, which is not just against Edom, but against all the nations. God will judge each nation according to their deeds, and Edom will be judged for their sin. But on Mount Zion there shall be those that escape, and it shall be holy, and the house of Jacob shall take possession of those who dispossess them. Obadiah 1:17. This verse contains a message of hope for Israel, despite the judgment against Edom. God will restore Israel and they will take possession of their land once again. Overall, the book of Obadiah is a message of judgment against Edom for their sin of pride, arrogance, violence, and betrayal. It also contains a message of hope for Israel, emphasizing God's faithfulness and the eventual restoration of his people.